When I stumbled upon this set of tables on Marketplace, I couldn't get them out of my mind. I had a clear vision for how I would refinish them. If you haven't watched part 1 of this video exploring the interesting history of these cast iron tables, go check it out. What I had in mind in terms of design was a brassy gold base capped with a light oak inspired wooden tabletop.
Yeah.
I started by vacuuming the bases. Then I removed the wooden tabletops. These twins needed a good deep cleaning, so I used some TSP spray, warm water, and a toothbrush to get into all the nooks and crannies. Moving the tops into my workshop, I used a carbide scraper to remove the majority of the old finish. I then used my palm sander with 80 grit sandpaper. I was careful not to apply too much pressure to the edges as I didn't want to flatten these out. I later switched up to a finer 220 grit sandpaper and hand sanded everything smooth. I had some light oak colored paint wash left over from a previous project, which I applied to the tabletops using a foam brush. I applied 2 coats, allowing about 4 hours of dry time in between. The paint wash had slightly raised the grain of the wood, making it a little bit rough, so I very lightly sanded the tops with 400 grit sandpaper, and afterwards used a tack cloth to remove the sanding dust. To provide protection as well as an additional bit of color depth, I applied a gel stain with a built-in top coat. This one is by Fusion Mineral Paint in the color Patina. In addition to helping prevent scratches and wear, this product added a subtle, transparent amber tone to the existing paint-washed color. I allowed 24 hours of drying time before applying a second coat, and once this had dried, I lightly sanded the tops again with 400 grit sandpaper. For the table bases, I decided I would apply gold gilding wax. I purchased a 5-pack of various gold tones and landed on a 50-50 blend of European gold and gold leaf, made by Rub 'n Buff. I applied the wax onto the bases using a small paintbrush. I would describe this process as a bit of a hybrid between painting and rubbing. Intentionally not getting the wax into every groove provided some really lovely contrast, adding to an aged, patinated brass look. I reattached the bases to their tops, and as a final touch to provide additional protection, I applied some furniture salve to the tabletops and buffed this out with a microfiber cloth after about 20 minutes. Before the reveal, don't forget to tap the subscribe button to be the first to know when a new video has been released. Once designed for a Victorian garden, these tables are now fit for a modern interior space. Their sturdy base features a rope twist column, pierced foliage, and scrolling design, with each triform foot cast in the image of a swan. These heirloom quality pieces are built to last for many more generations to come. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, and check out some of my other videos.